Go ahead, Bridget, with your question.
Hey, Ricky, congrats on the win. For you, when you see Devin go down like that, what's the first thing you're thinking about? And then to see him come back, he's able to be on the sideline. He does have crutches, but he's still there, wanting to root you guys on.
It mean a lot. I mean, when he went down, of course, I mean, that's my brother. I mean, he's something like a brother. I've known Devin since, my senior year of high school. And to see that happen, and I was heartbroken. I was frustrated. I was mad at the player, what happened. And he's just a fighter. And it took a lot of courage for him to come back on the sideline, motivate his teammates, keep his teammates pumped up the whole time. So prayers out go to him.
Jonas Pope.
Ricky, what was the mood like at halftime? And did you guys have the feeling that you guys just cut out the penalties and stop hurting yourselves, that you can come back and do what you needed to do to take control of this game?
I mean, yeah, going into halftime, we were just frustrated with what was going on because like you said, we was hurting ourselves. I mean, we was in the locker room, just kept telling each other, like, we got to fix this. I mean, because we can only beat ourselves. So, I mean, we went to halftime with a, 0-0 attitude, and we just came out and, we just did what we normally do.
Is that a sign of the growth and the maturity of this team? Would this team maybe not have been able to do that last year?
Yes, it's a sign of maturity. I mean, the stuff that we've been throughout the offseason, I mean, it's just dumbfounding. I mean, we've been through a lot, from COVID to the program, everything. I mean, it just shows, even the young guys, just everybody's starting to mature.
Go ahead, Corey.
Ricky, is there something different about running at home for you? Because the last two games that you've had at Carter Finley, the last game you had over 100 total yards. This game you had over 100 total yards. Weren't able to get going on the road. Is there something different about running here at home?
Nah, it's not. Nothing different.
Now that you have the fans in the crowd, though, did that make anything a little bit different for you?
Not really. I mean, we still played our brand of football. Credit goes to my offensive line. I mean, the boys played their tails off tonight.
Go ahead, Bridget.
You guys were able to maintain the physicality. I think in the first quarter there was so much drama, it seemed like, with a blocked punt, 2 interceptions from both of you guys. What were you able to do to keep the level of physicality Duke was giving you guys in the first half, and then kind of outwork them in the second?
I mean, it just, it basically plays after plays. I mean, our energy was down, and our energy was down the first half. We wasn't moving the ball like the way we wanted to move the ball, and we needed something big to happen. And Levi, he came in with the block punt. Then Max got the scoop and score. So I mean, that was signs, of getting the energy back on the sideline, and so we could start back playing like ourselves, because in the first half we didn't play like that.
All right, thanks, Ricky. Congrats on a great game.
Appreciate it.
Peyton. All right, Mike, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Peyton, congrats on the win there. Real easy one. I just want to ask you, how does it feel to get a win over a rival like Duke, and not a traditional rival, but the fact that it's a school that's so close, and to be able to come out with a win at home?
It's pretty awesome. Growing up, me and my family had season tickets to the Duke games. So it's kind of awesome just playing like a team I used to pull for. But it was a great team win. We prepared well, and it showed.
Go ahead, Corey.
Peyton, you finished with 19 tackles in this game. That was the most for NC State since, I think it was the 2012 season for Earl Wolf. I mean, you were all over the ball today. What kind of mindset did you have going into this game today?
The same mindset as every week. Effort makes up for everything. Coach Gibson put me in a great spot to make plays, and we had a great week of practice. And Coach Dorn's been telling us since day one, the way we practice is the way we're going to play. I had a great week of practice, which led to a pretty good performance.
And how critical was the play by Drake to be able to lead to that interception that you had the second play?
Well, his part is almost as important, if not more important, as mine. That pick was never there without him. And I made sure to let him know, like right after the play, like, bro, appreciate it. You're the only reason I got the pick. So we all work off of each other. We play for each other, and that's how plays are made.
Thanks.
Schnittker.
Peyton, between your game today and your brother's start the other night, it's been quite a week for the Wilson brothers. Have you guys each had a chance to talk about each other's big games yet?
Yeah, kind of, but me and my brother have always been brothers more than like, we like to talk about sports, but also not so much because everybody else wants to talk about them. So when we talk, it's just more, hey, how you doing? Because I don't get to see him that often. But I do want to shout out my parents because they were in Dallas yesterday, flew back just to see me play today for my parents' game. Really want to say thank you and I love you, Mom.
Go ahead, Brett.
Along those same lines, were you inspired or fired up at all any because of what he did to try to kind of maybe not match, but I mean, to do something special as well?
Yeah, there's always been that brotherly competition, you know. He wants to text me before the game and say, go out, perform me or show out, you know. Like, obviously, when he went out there and did that, I was like, man, I can't go out here and have a bad game. Like, but, yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about it too much. But it did help a little bit to motivate me to try to be just as good as he is.
And how much as a defense does it now feel good to be able to now have 2 games in a row where you guys carried the offense a little bit and, you know, and kept things from getting out of control in that first half?
Yeah, well, it's pretty awesome because, you know, like the first 2 games, the offense did carry us. You know, we were letting up hundreds of yards, first downs here and there. But like I told Coach Beck at the end of the game, you know, y'all carried us for a long time. Some games we're going to have to carry y'all. It's just a matter of working off each other and one side of the ball making plays and picking up the other side.
All right, last question for Peyton will come from Jonas Pope.
Peyton, the mistakes in the first half, the penalties and the slow start, was that a combination of just lack of focus or just what did you contribute the first half to, and who said something at halftime to kind of get you guys back on track?
Like the defense was kind of performing all game, you know, it was just special teams mistakes and turnovers that really got us. So as a defense, you know, Isaiah Moore is great about being a vocal leader, telling us to keep our head on, scores 0-0. That's how we look at every drive, every series, a 0-0 mentality.
Thanks, Peyton.
Yeah, appreciate it.
How's everyone doing?
Go ahead, Corey.
Thayer, first of all, just that catch that you came down with in the end zone. Did you think you made that catch, and how difficult was that one to come down with after it was tipped and came back to you?
Yeah, I was sort of expecting the ball like at the back pylon on those corner routes. That's where you sort of expect the ball, and it was a little underthrown. So I was trying to put my foot in the ground and go up and make a play, but the guy had already sort of jumped for it. So at that point, I was just trying to like make a play if the ball was tipped or something. But I was lucky to grab one hand on it, and then obviously brace it against my helmet. It was definitely a crazy play. It was definitely a hard play for me to make. But you know, during the game, we got to make those type of plays if we want to win, and especially in the ACC. So I was happy that I made it so I could help my team win.
Have you ever made a catch like that against your helmet, like in practice or even in the game?
Maybe at practice, but you know, I've definitely worked on just one-hand catches all the time. I made one my freshman year, and then at practice I make them a lot. So I take pride in just catching the football, seeing the football, and you know, obviously, just working on my hand-eye coordination, doing a lot of tennis ball stuff. Baseball obviously helps that too. So just try to improve my hand-eye coordination to make those type of plays.
Thanks, Thayer.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Hey, Thayer, congrats on the win. For the first quarter, it was a lot of back and forth between you and Duke, and it kind of seemed like there was some chaos going on between both teams trying to settle down. And obviously the game was so physical throughout all 4 quarters, but at some point you guys were able to outwork Duke. How did you feel like you were able to do that?
Yeah, I feel like the first quarter and halfway through the second quarter, you know, they were sort of bringing it to us. They sort of punched first, as you would say. But I think the key moment of the game was right before halftime. We blocked that punt and scored. I feel like that sort of changed the momentum going into halftime. You know, we did that last week. We blocked the punt. We weren't able to pick it up like we wanted to. But this week we definitely executed on picking that ball up, the fumble. Max Fisher did a great job of scooping that and scoring. And I feel like that definitely changed the momentum of the rest of the game. And then after, when Devin got hurt, I feel like we went down and drove it down and scored, and it sort of just fired us up as offense to, you know, go down there and do what we're supposed to do.
Jonas Pope.
Thayer, under Coach Doran, NC State had never come back from a double digit deficit. Came back from down 10 today to win. You're an older guy who's been in the program for a while. What does that say about how far this team has come to be able to, fight that adversity and come back and get a ACC win after being down 10 points?
Yeah, I've been here, when we were really good, when we had Ryan Finley, Kelvin Harmon, and, Jacoby, and just being around those guys and around those teams, you never really counted this out. And going from that, and then last year we faced a lot of adversity as a team, and a lot of the guys that were playing last year were on those good teams as well with me. So, we have experience on being how to win games, and we have experience on how to lose games. And I feel like, this team together is so close because we've gone through so much adversity together. We've gone through, teams. People making fun of our team saying we're not going to win any games this year, winning any ACC games. They did a little talk show about how many, if we would win an ACC game. So that definitely fuels us, and it just brings us closer together. And we have a chip on our shoulder every time we go out there. This year I could see it in our eyes. I can see it on the way we're playing. We're playing hard, tough, and together. So, just the experience with that, I feel like is, causing us to learn, go back to how we won games prior, and we're sort of using that experience to figure out how to win games this year and never count us out, I feel like.
Thank you, Thayer. We're going to be joined now by Isaac Duffy.
Hey, congrats on the win. Yeah, it was funny. You were kind of all over the place when I was marking highlights earlier. When you guys have a couple guys that go down, what's your mindset going into the game? Because, again, you had some good pass breakups and made some big tackles. What was kind of your mindset as you go into a game like that, especially shorthanded?
First off, thank you. But the mindset is always like the mindset we have in the weight room, which is if you're ready, you don't got to get ready. So we're all just ready to play whenever, next man up mentality. And so when the opportunity came, we're there for it. We're very close as a team, and that's how we play. So we're all together, and that's why we keep getting wins.
Corey Smith.
Isaac, obviously you came here as a walk-on, ended up earning a scholarship, and now earning that backup safety spot. How much did it mean to you just to be able to step on the field in general after playing only special teams for the last 2 years?
Oh, it meant a lot. Not really to me, but to my mom, because me and her has been through so much, and she's been there for me, and she supported me through my walk-on days, with her having to pay for school and everything, to when I got my scholarship, to every game she's there cheering on me, cheering for me on special teams like I'm really on defense. So when I got in the game, I knew I couldn't hesitate. I knew I had to ball out for her because all the time she's been watching me, just telling me to keep working hard. So I was ready for her. I was excited for her.
You had to know they were going to go after you as well. They tried to go after you several times, and you made several good plays in this game. How much did it mean to you to be able to just actually make an impact in this game as well, not just come in behind Jakeem in this game?
Oh, it meant a lot because we work hard. We all work like if we were like in practice, we practice like it was a game. So when I got in there, I knew they were going to come to me, but I was ready. Like we work hard in practice, after practice, last night, before in the hotel. Like we're always working hard. We're always ready for the opportunity. So when they started coming at me, it was just like practice. Just be ready, play your technique, trust in yourself, and make plays.
Thanks.
All right, Isaac. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.